Welcome back to Blood Omen 2. I am once again by myself, but this time it was unplanned. And by unplanned, I mean that we have previously recorded commentary with Zane for this one, but, and it's a big juicy but, one of us, and I'm not gonna be calling out any names, has lost his audio as a complete moron. Okay, I will call out the name, it was me, I lost my goddamn audio. Now the problem with this part is that this part is quite boring, and it's one of those places that creates an illusion of exploration. We will get there when we get there, and you will see what I'm talking about, and it will prolong this section, which is unpleasant, especially considering that we will see one very fun person here afterwards. And as we continue to drink the blood directly out of the spindles, and as we continue to drink the blood directly out of the spindles, and as we continue to drink— oh, come on! Enough with the blood already, enough with the lore already. So basically this is a jumping puzzle where you jump on top of boxes to get to the higher ground, and then climb some ladders and then jump on more boxes. And that's it. I mean, there are no techniques, there are no peculiarities here. Okay, now her voice is a bit quiet in the overall sound, and it gets kind of drowned out in the background noise, but I'm pretty sure that she was talking about someone taking her biscuit. That is quite weird, which is aggravated further by the fact that her mouth is soon shut. Everybody's mouths and eyes here are soon shut, so yeah, they should not be able to speak. Now here I want to get these, like, that bit of blood, so I jump onto the middle platform, even though there is no point other than eating blood. Actually, how nutritious is human blood? I am googling right now the nutrition of human blood. Wish me luck. Okay, so human blood nutrition facts is an actual search request that Google has, and that came up in that list. So how many calories are in a cup of blood? What is human placenta? What is blood cake made of? Okay, I know what blood cake is made of. I need the nutrition of human blood. Okay, so it's not definite. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out, but like, there's no list. There's no there's no list of nutrients in blood. So okay. Okay, so the only constituent in the blood containing calories is the protein, which makes sense. And there is about 6-8 grams per deciliter, meaning 10 milliliters. So it's about 9 calories per ounce. Okay. Now, how much is an ounce? It's about 30 milliliters, so it's about 9 grams per 30 milliliters, which is actually quite... 30 milliliters, 30 grams. 9 calories. So basically it's very low calorie and high protein. So apparently blood is the Nosgoth, I mean, not Nosgoth, blood is the equivalent of broccoli? Although it has less micronutrients. And no, I will not be cutting out the clacking of the keyboard and clicking of the mouse. This is all a part of an authentic LP experience. Wait, did I see that already? Spiders killing humans. Yeah, I have a deja vu. Clearly. Oh well. Okay, now I have found the nutritional information of blood, and what the hell am I supposed to do now? I suppose I can muse on the fact that the blood of these spiders is green, which I suppose we should go by the fact that they are demon spiders and not overgrown normal spiders, so apparently they are demons who happen to look like spiders. And thus their blood is green, I mean blue, I mean red, thus their blood is red and drinkable by Kain, even though I remember reading in Nosgoth write-ups that vampires in Nosgoth need human blood and not weird demon spindle blood. Okay, I'm not gonna pretend that I understand what's going on here. And now we are approaching, I mean not approaching, we have approached the area where the illusion of exploration is created, because there will be a lot of rooms here. Every single one of which will be locked off and openable by a switch, because they could not just make regular doors. And some of the rooms will contain an item. One of them will contain a lore box, most of them will contain nothing. I think one of them will contain a human, one of them is the way forward, and most of them will contain weapons. Now there are maybe 4 or 5 weapons in total that they give you in the next 3-4 minutes without a single enemy. And I wonder, why is it done? What is the purpose of giving the player 10 different weapons and not a single enemy, if the only real difference between the weapons is none? There is no difference, they're all the same, except a huge axe, which they do not give you, and which is of no use here anyway, because the enemies are non-human mostly. In fact, entirely non-human. I suppose there's this thing which, by the way, and we noticed it when we were talking over this video last time, which kinda looks like a very cartoonish drawn bone, like a Disney bone. Well, as long as the blades are not released, of course. And this execution is, and we have said it multiple times already, both of us have said it, and both of us find this execution very, very stupid, and in that stupidity it's very satisfying. So it's the good kind of stupid, which is nice, because this game is not all bad. But then again, maybe I'm just developing this Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, if you like the game, sure, good for you. And I don't mean that in a screw you kind of way, good for you. No, really, good for you. It's all about, I mean, it's a video game, it's an entertainment medium, it's about what you enjoy. I know I don't. I still can't get over the fact how telekinesis and mind control both do the same thing, let you push switches on distance. How do you make them the same thing? This is astonishing. And this is essentially why I have been exploring everything, because I suspected that one of these rooms may have a lore box, And in addition to that, I already have developed an irresistible, uncontrollable urge to turn and pull and push and rotate and flick every switch in my vicinity. Yeah, and I do exactly that. And I'm not sure why I go back here. And there are more switches for me to pull. Levers, switches. I mean, those are lever switches. At least we haven't seen any glyph puzzles in a while, and I'm pretty sure that there aren't any in the Eternal Prison at all. Which is, I suppose, actually one of the reasons why I might be enjoying this level the most in the entire game. Well, that and Magnus, because Magnus is fun. That was the way forward, but I see this glitched shining switch. I mean, not glitched, but one of the switches later will be glitched because it will be shining despite having been already turned. And yep. Get the huge broadsword, which by the way behaves like an axe. I forgot that. It behaves like an axe, but in this level it doesn't matter, not one bit. Yeah, at first I think that the torch is the switch. Yay me. I am intelligent. I cannot immediately solve the puzzles that a 2-year-old is supposed to solve. This game might have been better if there was more, I don't know, juvenile humor. I think it would not have been out of place. Or at least not entirely out of place. I mean, they have that weird cutscene in the beginning of the Eternal Prison where they are clearly just bullshitting us about the spiritual healing, or what's it called? Finding inner harmony or something like that. Fixing imbalances within themselves, yes. And the means to do that, as rightfully pointed out in the comment section by someone whose name I don't remember because I am dumb, I'm sorry. The means to do that are dropping a huge stone block onto them and thus squashing the person who is being treated. This is, yeah. I'm pretty sure that the entire point of this is that it's complete and utter bullshit. Which is why this level is fun. Which is why that introduction kind of sets a tone. Which then is further enhanced by the Magnus encounters, which are also amusing. Except unfortunately we first have to spend like 30 minutes getting there. Which is not good, because this is... I don't know. I mean, I did kind of prolong it by hunting rats and looking for the switches to push and for the lore box, but still... If I didn't, it would have still been maybe 10 minutes shorter and 20 minutes of this. It's still not particularly fun, at least not for me. Even though I pride myself on my ability to perform the same action over and over again for a prolonged stretch of time. I pride myself on that. But some things are too much even for the Alexei. And yes, I am using the Blood Omen 2 naming convention. I am the Alexei. Or, no. The player. There. The player. Perfect. Yeah, anytime now. I find it amusing how this face with eyes and mouth soon shut is less disturbing than the faces of the general population of the city of Meridian with their anime eyes and with their mouths without teeth that look like something else. Yeah. Another thing that's completely astonishing. So, prison guards. This time there are 2 of them, and as before, they are just not threatening at all. Because I am skillful and tanky and can take hits. A lot of hits. Because I can. Now, one unfortunate thing is that you cannot pick up their, oh god, what are they called? Scythes. You cannot pick up their scythes that they use. Apparently they are bound to them. They are a part of their bodies. Because they're also highlighted when you are, well, preparing to drink their blood. Meaning that their scythes are full of blood. Of course, you cannot be too close to the switch when you want to telekinesis it. Well, that was a slow-ass door. Okay, so this puzzle... yeah. Basically, the idea is that this switch that we just saw in the cutscene and that we still see in the background, it actually has 2 input things. I don't know what you call them. Basically, it's 2 switches in one. So what you want to do is you want to telekinesis that switch, then you want to get over there and pull the lever from the other side, then you want to get back again and turn the switch with telekinesis again. So basically the entirety of the puzzle is turning the same switch 3 times in a row. Which I'm making it sound much worse than it actually is. Because I can. Because I have my way with words. That's 1. And what's that laughter? There are boxes. There is me trying to explore the area. Spoiler, there is nothing here. There is no point to go out of your way. You just stick to the rails if you want to. Like, if you have not played through this, if you are using this as a walkthrough, just stick to the rails. Do not bother exploring this the way I do. You will be wasting your time. That is 2. It moves the boxes. You try to kill yourself, like I do. This thing cannot be jumped on, because there's an invisible wall, and that will be 3. Assuming that the reticle will actually work, which it does not immediately. Much like the jump reticle in the last video. Because there that was weird. Okay, so the boxes go down, and I'm not gonna pretend that I understand how this opens the door. Like, there's... yeah, you know, is the door being held closed by the ropes on which the boxes are hanging? I guess.
Help me! Let me out of here, or I didn't do nothing! You can't let him get me! Help me! Help me!
Blanched! It must be poached! It must be fresh! Where is my meat? Sopping with blood, running with gore! There! Stop that! You know you're not allowed back there! Get back! Give me meat! 1,400 ounces every day, and it will be fresh and on 2 legs, or in this case, 4! no, I've had my allotment. 1,400 ounces or 20 stone. You may go.
Notwithstanding the confusion of the writers as regards the units of measurement of the quantity of meat, by the way, nobody does that either in ounces or in stones. Notwithstanding that, Magnus is probably the most fun character in the entire game. And you are not supposed to fight him, because he will completely kick your ass. He is invulnerable, he is indestructible. And what I'm doing here is, as you can see, I am drinking everything's blood. Normally, I don't remember myself doing that. I mean, I don't remember myself doing that normally. But since that spider in the last video glitched out and I could not suck its blood, yes, I decided to compensate. Because that's what I do. Everything I do is just to compensate for things. Yeah. Okay, so basically the next 2 minutes is me just running around this guy. He's insane. He behaves, well, stupidly. However, he is also slow as hell. And he also kicked my ass here. Okay, I think that all that it'll take here is one more cycle, one more go, and we will be done. And then we will be able to proceed with our lives and with his vampiric unlife. Yes, that's Magnus. That is the boss for the Eternal Prison. Spoilers. By the way, he's also actually a nice boss, as in a boss fight. The boss fight with him is actually nice, but we are not there yet. Right now we just run and take advantage of his finesse. That was some... I don't know how to describe it. It was so graceful that it's... Russian ballet is nothing in comparison to this. Or this, for that matter. And the game is going full Quake 2 on you. Yeah, really what I'm trying to do here is just... Curiosity gets the best of me to see whether any of these doors are open, even though I know that they're not. And to see whether the switch will work, whether the game was broken. It's not, but this thing is so slow. It's so slow. Again, this thing is so slow. And the laughter is annoying. I mean, it's nothing compared to my laughter. Mine is better. But at least there's a blue lore box. I like blue lore boxes because they have more lore than the red lore boxes. That is your piece of wisdom for today from me. Red lore boxes are not as good as the blue ones. Just one hit left until Berserker. But I suppose that works out as well. No, really, see, the scythe is also highlighted, so I'm drinking blood out of a scythe. It is called a scythe, right? I can't, I'm gonna look it up. More keyboard clacking. Yes, it's a scythe. So now that Magnus has sated his scientific curiosity, I can sate mine by doing this. Of course, this does nothing because I was giving too much credit to the game, because there is no interactivity, there is nothing you can do outside of the rails that you are on. And this is a weird puzzle. I think that the way it's supposed to work is you turn all 4 switches and the door opens. But I will be interrupted by him. And then another one, another guard, and fire is not good for you. I will be interrupted, and by the time I'm done with them, all 4 switches will be pulled. And something tells me that it's not supposed to happen. The guy who's running around the room and is turning these switches, I'm pretty sure he's meant to die before he gets to turn all 4. But hey, less switches for me, more fun for me. Yeah, this is not triggered by killing the guards. I know that for a fact based on absolutely nothing. Yeah, I'm here just running around confused, trying to figure out what happened, what was the puzzle here, and what is the function of these switches if the door is already open. But in the end, it all boils down to fire! Kill it with fire. Or in this case, this guy killed himself with fire. Which I suppose also qualifies as kill it with fire. I'm curious whether this will close the door. It does not close the door. Yeah, and this is that this is that area. This is called fixing imbalances within yourself. That guy or woman, like this is definitely a guy, but that person should be grateful. They should all be grateful to me because I am the remedy, I am the cure. With assistance of these giant stone blocks, which I'm pretty sure their weight is somewhere in tons. And when I say tons, I mean only metric tons, you buffoons with weird units. Everything is metric. Metric is awesome. It makes sense. Unlike ounces. Honestly, of all the Imperial units, the only ones that I really, well, can navigate that I can handle are pounds and inches. And that's it. Everything else just makes no sense to me. And when you say something ounces or something, or better yet Fahrenheit, like Fahrenheit scale is just beyond my comprehension. It just doesn't work. I just does not compute. I have to open up the internet and convert everything with the help of Google. And this guy is completely he doesn't give a damn about us. But he will give a damn about Kain. Later. Okay, that opened one of the doors, and once we get there, we will be able to proceed on our merry way and finish up with the Eternal Prison, but we will do it next time. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye.